right, guys. Good afternoon. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Exciting time for the franchise. Exciting time for NBA. Blank shot. Almost did it there. Didn't. It's in the afternoon. Thank goodness I didn't. And the purpose of today's boardroom meeting is to kind of update you what's going on. The purpose is to kind of show you where the franchise is at. I think I make some good moves. I definitely make some bad moves. And I thought it would be interesting to document these before we're heading into what I believe to be a transformational time in this space and also for this podcast. It is my belief that after the Cool Cat pack drop tonight for us on the Eastern Coast at 8 p.m., afternoon for the West guys, is that I think they're actually going to sell out. That's my hot prediction. It's my hot take. I think it's going to sell out within 2 hours. Within 2 hours, I'm predicting a sellout, and I'm also predicting some interesting trends on the market. What those are, I don't know. I think, Series 1 is still booming. It seems like there's more and more 6-digit purchases, and I also believe that the challenge prize of Luka is going to be a very prized possession. I will also add that it is the position of this franchise that we're expanding beyond fantasy domination. We are centered on trying to collect this Luka challenge prize. I see incredible value in it moving forward. I think it's actually going to be harder to get than people realize. I think there's going to be a lot of people who get it ultimately, but I think there are going to be a lot of people who will struggle to get it. And as we get closer to the deadline, it's going to be more and more expensive. It'll be an interesting opportunity for this franchise if we actually want to stay with Luka, or if we want to just sell the challenge pieces away and maybe collect a profit. I think there's just opportunity here, and this franchise is going to be all over it. Again, we want to highlight that these opportunities are all possible because of our angel investor. There has been another contact with a follow-up angel investor. Want to highlight that this franchise at the moment is not accepting other options or other angel investment opportunities, but we're just so excited. Again, guys, just want to give the quick disclaimer that this is not financial advice. This is just a transparent view of what the Burn podcast is doing, why it's doing it, and kind of checking up on it to see how we're doing. So we're going to check up on kind of the moves to date. So we don't want to go through all of the moves in detail because we kind of did it in previous videos, but do want to just highlight that we collected 5 Series 1 packs pretty early, and the prized still unopened Deck the Hoops pack, a bunch of transactions on the trade market. Again, some good, some bad. We'll look at that in a second. We've given up some assets that were a part of our music deal that you'll see hopefully in this video if I do it right. And, then we made a little flip move that, we'll definitely question. And then we, of course, our big bet on Rudy Gobert. Again, don't want to leave out, this is actually maybe a hair inflated, but we like to be on the plus side of things, particularly as it pertains to our liabilities. And so that's kind of where we're looking at is that we're in the whole 558. So for our deals on the market, the net values in red are the ones that I've lost value in. Fortunately, we've only had a $10 loss. And let's talk about this loss. Steph Curry went down in value from the $15 I had purchased this card at. It was a Series 2 3-point card. I wanted it for my Swish lineup because I wanted to start what I thought was the best 3-point shooter in the game, who's going to get his opportunities. He did, in fact, get his opportunities, so that wasn't a false pretense. However, he didn't light it up. There are some other cheaper options on the market, but the reason why this value went down is that the supply of Series 2 cards went up. And so before we go any further, I want to show you guys how that looks like, okay? It's certainly something that I overlooked. I also was prioritizing our Swish Fantasy lineup. However, if we can find Steph Curry, come on, babe, where are you? You're here somewhere. Steph Curry. Oh, Steph Curry, where are you? Oh, yeah, Humbit. There we go. So Steph is in a circulating count, CC, so the count may change. Now, this is something that I overlooked when I purchased the card. It is true that when I was looking to purchase him, there weren't that many available, and thus the higher price tag. But I do think there were some people in the market that knew that this was going to happen and maybe got a better deal off of me from there. It is true that Series 2 will end at some point. I am very bullish on this space. I do think a lot of people are coming in. But I do want to highlight that if you want to purchase a card or know if a card will no longer be printed further, you are looking for LE and limited edition count is final. Okay, Trae Young is going to be another one of those players that I lost some value on. And that's just because, not necessarily the player, but because that there will be more copies to be printed. Now, you are going to see that the cards that I've made profits on are far outweighing those negatives, highlighted definitely by Tatum and Beal. I mean, Tatum, these are both just common cards. They might be overbought at the moment, but it's not like any more of them are coming out. And what your future copies are going to be in different values, at least for Jay Tatum, I think. Russ Westbrook hasn't played a game. He's hurt. It was supposed to be just a week. Now it's a couple weeks, but there's more value there. And I think this is actually going to be closer to. Oops, don't want to do that. I think this is going to be closer to 111, which it's going up from there too. So. Haven't given this enough time. I'm also conscious that I broadcasted this message after I made it. So I'm going to self-impose a 2-week blockout date for myself. This card was purchased on the 17th. So we'll just make it till the end of January, in which I'll call a blockout date for myself, in which I will self-impose not to flip this extra copy of Rudy Gobert. I don't know if I'm actually going to sell it after the 2-week blockout, but I just think it's only fair and just that I block myself off, just so that I'm not accused of trying to sway the market in any way. This was purely on my intrinsic value belief that these cards will rise in value as their intrinsic value is seen. I see tremendous intrinsic value for Rudy as being one of the best block steal swish plays you can find. So that's the ethos behind that move. We're doing great. There were some bad purchases. We'll learn from them. Again, our angel investors are not excited that we're making mistakes. But they also see that these mistakes are really early in the ballgame, and hopefully you that's watching this doesn't have to do the same. These pack values have not been updated since last night. I do think the marketplace is currently undergoing some repair, so I didn't get a chance to fully update that, but want to highlight that we're doing just fine, not really concerned. I do think it's interesting that the value is coming from the higher, maybe more valuable players, like you'll get a Caruso that might pop a 3 spot or a McConnell that may pop a 12, but for the, in all honesty, like your values in your Dame Lillards and your Giannis's, that's where I'm making my money. So, something to keep in mind. I do think packs are a great purchase. Like we announced earlier in this boardroom discussion, we will be going after the Cool Cat packs in a big bad way tonight. In a big bad way. We still remain 6 months in force of our music license titled The Strip. Great music for the product we're hoping to pump out there, and it's ours, and I love that. And then obviously our nest egg sitting in all this, it climbed just short of $2,000 by our expected value, and I want to go through that a little bit with you guys because this 1972 expected value number carries significant risk. The way that we've calculated our expected value is that we did it on kind of a bare bones sort of understanding. We just took the current low market asks and attached them to their amount of cards remaining per legend player to determine a total floor value of legends in unopened packs. And it's funny that although the amount goes down, the total floor remains to go up. I think that's great. I also believe that this is a fair number when projecting expected value because of all of the jersey and low mints that still remain available. There's no question in my mind that my pack today is worth more than when I bought it. There's no question about that. And it is only higher in value because of all these jersey mints available. I'm not interested in selling. However, I do know that anyone who is reasonably evaluating this pack knows that it's risen in value. Worst case scenario, we draw let's see, who would we draw in a worst case scenario? A DeAndre Jordan. Maybe it's a really bad mint, so it's maybe like a $200 purchase. We're still looking at, I believe it's three rares. Let's double check that. Oh man, we need to do more. There we go. Yeah, 3 metallic golds. So, it's we're excited about what is going to be in there. Totally understand that people don't give a crap about me opening this pack. It's more of a something that we set out to do, and that's how we're going to live by it. And if that means we hang on to it, we hang on to it. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Until we open this Deck the Hoops pack, I think our sights will be totally centered on the Cool Cats pack that's going to drop tonight. I really am into the challenge that will be on the onset of this pack. It will, in my understanding, open up the opportunity for a Luka moment. So let's take a look at what that one looks like. Here we are, crossover, another crossover, just easy over alley-oop. Love it. And that's a Luka Doncic assist card, so I think that there's some fantasy value there. We look forward to seeing what cards we need to collect for that. And it looks like we need to go John Collins, Derek Jones, Hachimura, Harris, and Booker. It's my understanding that each pack will have one of these players. I think what we'll try to do is we'll try to get 5 of them, and we'll probably hit a duplicate and try to flip them on the market. So hopefully we don't get 2 duplicates, in which case that would set back the franchise. But we'll have the pieces to make moves, hopefully we get maybe a rookie Series 2 card along the way that can kind of catalyze all those purchases. That'd be great. So that'll do it for today, guys. Like I said on the tweet, we will be actively recording our experience on the Cool Cat purchases. And then, if we are able to successfully acquire a pack, we will open it on scene and move from there. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up. Enjoy your day. Hoping that you get the packs and the guys that you want in your pack. I'm over and out. Oh, I almost forgot our awesome music.